Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Steve. How you doing?
I'm
Good to
doing
see
great,
you
Derek. How you
again.
doing?
Good.
So we're just happy to be back here in Eagle territory.
Exactly.
We got together tonight to bring you guys a little broadcast on a little preview of our fall sports
Yes.
that we've got coming up. So
Exactly.
we've got softball, cross country, and football headed right our direction. We wanted to get together for a little bit and bring our audience back into the fold a little bit into Eagle Land. We're here in Coach Skylar Watson's office,
Yes, we are.
the new head football coach's office,
Yep.
for our interview space today, and we're going to talk a little bit about those sports, and then we're going to bring some players and coaches in. Derek,
So
how's
stay
the summer
tuned.
been?
So stay tuned. Eagle Nation, how you doing out there? Welcome back, Steve. I know it feels good to put the headphones back on.
It does.
It does, and it's just a buzz all around the country right now.
Yep.
And we're sitting in the football locker room. I love what we're doing right now.
I do
partner.
too.
You
I do
understand
too.
what I'm saying? So get ready out there, Eagle Nation. As Steve mentioned, we're going to do a preview of all of our fall sports. Last year, Steve, I think it's important for us to let them know. Last year was our first year.
Yep.
So this year, get the word out even more that we will be doing this. We'll try to catch every game that we possibly can this year.
Yep.
But what we're going to do tonight is do something different that we really have never done in the past, and that's just give a preview of the upcoming football team. Steve and I are going to interview Coach Cole.
Yep.
We'll be bringing him in, a couple players. We'll bring him in and just kind of talk, see how training camp went,
You bet.
and I hope you guys enjoy it. So get your popcorn, have a seat, and here comes the Eagle Nation football.
So we're really looking forward to this upcoming season, this upcoming fall. We've had a bit of a break from our broadcasting schedule over the summer, and I just wanted to let everybody know that the Eagle schedules for cross country, softball, and football are all published out there on the Watonga school's website. And so if you want to know where, what time, which games are home, which games are away, just go out there and check that out. We're going to try to, like Derek said, we're kind of trying to bring as many of the games to you as we can. But know that there are many schools out there that when we're broadcasting, they don't have good internet service on the field, or they don't have good internet service in the venue.
Exactly.
And so sometimes we may have to make a hard choice, but we're going to bring you just as many of the games as we can. So.
We are, and we're enjoying doing this in the community, Steve. I mean, I just tell you what, the feedback from the community has just been awesome. We've got a lot of sports. They have a lot of great athletes this year coming up.
Right.
Our girls basketball team, we got to mention them.
Yep.
Boys basketball team, got to mention them.
Yep.
We like where we were going last year, and I think we're still on the incline. And so let's just go ahead and hear from some of the participants and get this thing rolling.
Let's get it rolling.
All right. Right now, coming to the stage, Coach Byron Cole. Coach Byron Cole is our offensive coordinator. How are you today?
Nice to meet you
Hey,
guys.
glad you could
Good to meet
join
you.
us.
I got it, dude.
Yeah, looks like you've been out there on the football field a little bit.
Man, I've been everywhere.
Everywhere?
So we've been
Okay.
between football, like I said, doing our summer pride this year. We got junior high earlier in June. High school's been going late and early. So we've been
Talk to us a little bit about that, because I've been hearing about the night practice. Is that
Coach, if we could get you to close to the mic.
About that.
is that something that we're doing new here? Is that a rule that's come down from OSSAA?
So with OSAA, we have 20 hours that we can participate in
Okay.
before we get to the season. Well, based on some of the kids doing VOTEC in the morning, because VOTEC actually started the week before we go into school. We actually start school tomorrow.
Okay.
So they were actually starting early, so they couldn't make practices normally 7 o'clock in the morning
Right.
to 10.
Okay.
Well, you lose 6, 7 guys in a small team. That hurts us
That makes
on
a
both
difference.
sides, both scouting
No doubt.
and with our first teams.
No doubt.
So we decided we were going to go ahead and do late practices because here's the other side of it. How many 7 o'clock a.m. games are we going to play this year?
Right.
Oh my God! Somebody finally said it. Somebody finally said it and got
has
it.
a hard time doing 11
Right.
So I know we're 7 a.m.'s not a good look for us.
Exactly.
So it helps get the players acclimated to the heat, the
Okay.
timing.
Right.
And then there's last couple nights we actually went later. 2 nights ago we actually started at 8 o'clock at night.
No, that's actually really good.
It was really good because it was a little bit cooler.
Yep.
But that gives them an opportunity to play under the lights.
Yep.
Play on the game field, kind of get that feel to it, and just gives them an opportunity to go, okay, we're here now.
Right.
We're ready now.
Right.
So once they figured that part out, practices have actually been really entertaining, just because it has that game feel, has
Right.
that game energy. The kids have been coming out playing hard, practicing really well. The mentality's good, the morale's great. Um, last year wasn't the best year for the Atlanta sports when it comes to football. So they have a little chip on their shoulder,
Okay.
which is great.
Right.
And they're coming in prepared, ready to go for the season.
Good.
Love to hear what you're saying there. The old adage whenever I was in high school was you practice like you play. You practice like you're going to play in the games. I had a coach one time told me, and I think I've told Derek this before, he didn't used to say practice makes perfect. He said perfect practice makes perfect.
Right.
And a part of that is practicing like you play. So I love it that you're changing up the times of day to be a little more like game time,
Exactly.
Yeah.
giving the kids a look.
And to add to that, like the new coach, Coach Watson, he says practice makes permanent.
Yep.
So whether it's good
I
or
like
bad,
that. I like that.
it's a permanent habit that you're going to create. And so we're just trying to change the culture. I mean, it's pretty amazing. This is year 2 for me, and I'm the veteran on the staff. But it's been great with Coach Watson coming in. He's had an immediate effect on the players and myself personally. The first time you spoke, I was. I'll
Ready to put the pads
I
on?
will strap you on for you if I
Gotcha.
needed to.
Gotcha.
So he's just bringing a good energy, a good vibe. He knows what the tradition of Batanga is, even though he's not from the area. He knows what it's about, and he said the day he came in, he said, when Batanga calls, you answer.
Right.
When they come knocking at your door, you let them in, you make them comfortable,
Right.
and you get this.
Right.
So he's coming in with a whole new attitude, a lot of energy. The kids have gravitated to him really well.
How's, and I don't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off,
you're good.
how has our community treated him since he's been here?
That's a Watson question. That's something I can't answer.
Okay. He hasn't had any complaints because you know how we do it around
no
here.
complaints.
Okay.
Until we, until they see him on the field and see how wide he is, then they might complain a
Right,
little bit. But
right.
they're actually going to be really excited and re-energized.
Okay.
Just seeing him and seeing how the kids are reacting to the new offense. We're going to more of a spread offense.
Okay.
We've got some kids that are athletes,
Okay.
like athletes.
Okay.
So we're going to get them the ball in space, let them do what they do. If they can put points on the board, that's great.
Okay.
That's an added bonus. But they're coming to bring a show.
Good. You mentioned this is your second year. Okay, so I know we went from the wishbone, we spread it out last year, and that's pretty much what we're going to be looking forward to this year,
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So I knew there were going to be some kinks that first year. You feel like you've worked them out now, and we're
Yeah.
completely
I think
spread football team.
We've worked it out. We've got kids understanding that even in Class A ball, the biggest dog don't always win.
Right.
There's another group somewhere else that we're not going to mention that have some bigger dogs, and they do.
And we're coming for you,
And
by
they
the
do,
way.
they do well. So let them know. Let them know that you see something flying overhead here in a few weeks. It's these Eagles coming to town.
Exactly.
Exactly. But the kids have bought into the new system.
Okay.
They understand that timing and space is key.
Right.
And so if we can't grind it out, guess what? We'll just fly it out.
We'll fly it out.
And so one of the things we try to remind the kids, especially when it comes to teams like Thomas, Cash, and David beat Goliath with a single shot.
Real talk. Real
Yep.
talk.
So,
Yep.
Real talk.
And he became king. So you
Right.
don't have to be the biggest dog in
Right.
the yard
Right.
to make an impact. And that's what we're looking at for this year.
And that's what I love about football. Everybody's 0-0
Yeah.
right now. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? One injury. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then we're right back there.
Yes, sir.
Competing with the best. So, sounds good. Training camp. Talk to us a little bit about training camp.
So we did about a 9-week program starting 1st of June,
Okay.
ending the first week of August. We were going 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, starting out 6 a.m. workouts.
Okay.
Normally, summertime, 6 a.m., 17-year-old boys usually doesn't miss. But our numbers were very strong throughout the high school. The month of June, we actually had the junior high coming in as well.
Okay.
And they were showing up, and they were competing hard. They showed up at 8, so they got to sleep in a little bit.
Right.
But with that being said, they came in with a good attitude. They didn't complain about being up early and having to miss breakfast or
Right.
sleep or whatever. They came in, got the work done, went home. something new that we did this year was we had competition Thursday.
Okay.
So on competition Thursday, we chose 5-6 kids who we felt like were doing the most work. Everybody's working hard, but who's doing the most work? Who's cheering, encouraging their teammate? Who's helping out? Making sure everything's in line.
Right.
Things like that. So we had 5 or 6 guys that we chose every week, and then they would basically compete, like a free-for-all competition, whether it was holding 45-pound weights, it was doing sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, whatever. We found different things to do, and then after the end of the competition, we crowned a champion. So if you guys looked on Facebook or Instagram, every Friday there was usually a kid rocking.
I did see that. I did see. Yes, I did.
Belt. And so that was the competition. So they got to hold the title for the week. And then, at any time somebody could come and compete for them.
Yeah.
They call them out. And so it kind of kept that fire going early.
Yeah.
And then you got to see, like I said, who was the champ at the end of the week.
Right.
And then, we had a couple of them that were 2 or 3 time champions. So they were holding it for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And the biggest competition that you saw was that once you got it, you wasn't letting it go.
King of the hill gonna stay king of the hill.
Right.
So
Right.
we're putting that championship mentality in each one of them. Hey,
Yeah.
man, if you want that, you gotta go. We're not gonna give it away.
Okay.
You gotta go earn it.
Right. Right.
So that was.
That's nice. I mean, that is
Yeah.
like, I'm really impressed with that. I mean, it does a lot, for team building, for one, but it just really builds these guys together because everybody wants to be the best.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet
Whether
there's
they're here or whether they're out there,
I bet there's
everybody wants to be the best.
a culture of competition
There
that
you
continues
go.
right out
There
on the
you go.
field.
Right, and you saw that. I mean, and it was like from the weight room, it's transferred out to the practice field, and so hopefully starting tomorrow, it's going to translate to the game field, and then we're going to take the show on the road for a couple of weeks. We're going to knock on the Terriers' door
Right.
and burn their turf up, and then we're going to go down to Hobart the following week and get them going.
Right.
And then 3 weeks from now, we'll be back at home.
Okay.
First home game against Rush Springs.
Rush Springs.
And then hopefully everybody comes out.
And the
shows
date,
up.
we do have the date of our first home
The
game.
date will be the date is on the website.
Okay.
Now the schedule that we have out currently on the school website is actually is not accurate. Oklahoma Bible Academy up in Enid, they actually dropped to Class B. They're actually an
Oh,
8-9
okay.
team now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we had them on schedule. They were actually in our district. So we lost that game. We scrambled around. Coach Watson finally found us a game with North Rock Creek.
Okay.
And I think that's on the 23rd.
Will that be here or
It'll
what?
be here.
Okay.
So we'll have 4 home games this
Okay.
year. And then we've got 5 away, and then we've got an open week.
Okay.
So, but the schedule will be, like I said, I'll be posting everything online through the school website, through all our social media, and we'll have all the information there.
Good. That's what's up.
When,
So,
when we're doing Watauga Eagles TV
Mm-hmm.
and they can see you two on the screen, and they can just see the back of my head, not my face, and then everything will be all right.
yeah, they will be watching you. Trust me on that. Trust me on that one.
They're going to see the one crazy man with the wild hair. That would be me, but you two will be taking the play-by-play. And
Real
then
talk, and we appreciate you. We wouldn't be here without you.
That's
Bud.
right, that's right.
So that
Coach
needs
Cole's
to
the
be
one that
out
got all
there.
this started. So.
Exactly.
I appreciate you two for stepping in because, like I said, this was something that I felt Watauga was past due on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other schools have had this streaming network, and they do a lot of great things with it. And we should, just like I told you guys when we first started, this is something that Watauga should be at the front. That's just our right place. We
Yeah.
should always be leading and not following.
Right.
Just as a city and as a school system. So this is something that when I got back, I said we've got to have this. For you two to come in and the response has been overwhelming on my end just for y'all.
Right.
So I want to personally thank y'all for the job y'all have done over the past year. It's been amazing.
We just appreciate the opportunity to
Oh, yeah.
to serve our kids.
Exactly.
Great. So
Exactly.
you guys bring a lot of passion, a lot of energy to the thing. Like I've told Derek and I've told you before, there's days where I come home after the game, and I'd be riding to the house. And I might put it on and plug it into my car and I might listen to y'all after I was at the game, and
Yeah.
I want to hear what y'all said. Maybe y'all told me something I should have been watching, so I got to get to watch 2 films. You know?
Yeah, well, we're all in this together, my man. So you're doing a good job and continue, your great success, Coach. And it's like what you said, we've talked earlier. What I told Steve and I have talked about this as well, is if we would have had this when we were playing in athletics in school, who knows, your life probably could have came out different.
Yeah, it definitely
what I
could have.
mean?
We've talked several times about how these broadcasts and the kids' performance, the players' performance, is there for posterity to go look at.
Exactly.
You talk about a recruiting ability.
Yeah,
If
tool.
If you've got some players that are really standing out, and you've got folks wanting to look at them, well, now they can go online and see some of those plays real time. They don't have to order film necessarily, although they might want to as a result of that. So.
Right.
And the other thing about it is we have such a broad network of community. Not everybody lives in Watauga.
Right.
We've got family all across the country. And now they have an opportunity to check out on the grandkids or the cousins or nephew, wherever they may be. Like I said, I've got family on the East Coast, West Coast, down south. They tune in, and they're just Watauga supporters. So it's been a great tool this year, and like I said, I'm hoping for bigger and better things from it. Like I said, when we get the little drone camera to zoom in, do the sidelines and all that, I think that'll be one of the next steps moving forward. But like I said, I'm just thankful that we got a chance to do this, and you guys have taken it and been able to run with it.
Yeah.
So it's been really fun.
Well, and we do have a number of things we've talked about that we'd like to improve and enhance, just like you guys want to always improve and enhance on the football field. So we're not gonna say what they are. We're gonna implement them and make them look good, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna speak it into existence first.
Right.
And then when everybody sees it, they go, "Wow, yeah, we have
Exactly.
We have that."
Yeah.
Make us look like geniuses.
Exactly.
So let's talk just a little bit about tomorrow night.
Okay.
So we got a scrimmage coming up.
Yeah.
Fairview's coming to town.
Yeah, so we're renewing a rivalry. So we talked to Coach Bernard over at Fairview. They were looking for a game. We were looking for some revenge.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter how long ago we played them.
Right.
We always got.
That's Watauga versus
It's still
Fairview.
Watauga
Exactly.
Fairview.
Exactly.
So we wanted to renew that rivalry, and so they had an open date. So we were actually scheduled to go to Sayre and play against Sayre, Cordell, and I think Mangum in a scrimmage. Fairview called. We were like, "No, let's go."
Yeah.
And you want to come to the house? You want to come to the nest to play us? Oh yeah, come see us.
Come on down.
So so we're renewing the rivalry with Fairview. Right now, again, speaking it into existence. It's a scrimmage for now. Next year, maybe a district game.
Yeah, there we go.
We're just trying to get people in the stands. Let everybody know 2021 is here, COVID-free for now. So you can sit close and
Right.
you can high five people, and you don't have to wear a mask. And bring everybody out. Like I said, this is what Watauga is supposed to be about. So, we're one of the few scrimmages on Thursday.
Okay.
So there's no excuse.
Right.
So,
Right.
like I said, put your face in the place and,
Yep.
and get here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know it's early in the season, but like I said, there's no mask mandate for Watauga's facilities, so you can come in. There's not a cap on the number of people in attendance. We can sit as close as we want. We can share popcorn. We can high five and do the whole nine like we used to. So that's why we're doing it.
Good.
Well,
So,
from our perspective, Garrett, go ahead. I don't want to. Well, I was just going to say, from our perspective, getting to see the players and the coaching staff in a little less formal setting than the first game, I'm looking forward to the scrimmage. I'm looking forward to getting to see a little of that interaction between you guys, between the players. And then also a little bit of that hard hitting.
there you go. I was waiting for that
football
leather,
game
man.
we're
We
looking
want to
for.
hear some leather up there, man.
We're gonna bring the
Oh,
thunder on
yeah,
us.
bring the
Stand down.
thunder, man. We want to hear it all the way up to where we're at. So we want to kick it off tomorrow night, Coach.
No doubt.
You
So
know what I mean?
Like I said, we've got a new staff. Coach Andrew Park, former alumni. He was I call him a young man. If I can say that.
I coach with Coach
Yeah.
Park. Yeah,
So
I'm
he's
familiar with him.
back. So the bloodlines there. He's taking over the defense. He's
Okay.
defensive coordinator.
Okay.
For us. the dude is an animal.
Right.
I mean, you talk about energy. He's in here 5:30 and he is gassed up, ready to go. So we've got him. Our O-line coach is Tyler Roberts. He's coming out of Minko, so we had a little rivalry. We hashed that out first week because, like I said, Minko came down here last year and we lost to them. But very knowledgeable guy, and then we've got a guy by the name of Tanner McBee. He's actually coming out of Hooker, and he's actually a student at Southwestern, but he's doing some of his observation and stuff with us, and he's helping us with linebackers this year. And then Coach Cope, baseball coach, is actually coming in and helping us with the junior high.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
So we're staffed up. We're ready and fired up, ready to go. Coach Watson's got a good game plan, got us ready to go.
And our junior high games, will they still be on Monday night, or is that schedule changed?
On Monday.
Monday night. Okay.
We'll have a few on Thursday.
Okay.
Based on schedules and timing. With the high school games.
Gotcha.
We've got, I think, one other Thursday night game this year.
Okay.
But like I said, the junior high, they haven't got a chance to start yet. We're actually doing the parent meeting right now.
Yep.
That's why I'm here in place of Coach Watson. So he's getting those guys ready. We're going to get them kicked off on Monday.
Okay.
Tomorrow is going to be first day of school, so they're not going to be ready to come out and get to hitting. But Friday, we're going to check their equipment out. Monday, they're coming in, guns blazing, and we're getting after them because they've got about a week.
Yeah.
And they have their first game. So they don't get as much time to get ready as
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
So we're going to put in a little package for them.
Right.
And
See what they can do.
And then we'll build from there.
Awesome. That sounds good.
From a parent's perspective, tomorrow's first day of school. I just want to say, God bless the teachers and the coaching staff. We love you.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to second that, Steve.
I'll say all the parents are excited. All the teachers are. We are in. It is a madhouse over
Yep.
here. Like I said, we were planning. We were still doing COVID and virtual, lesson planning and things
Yeah.
like that. And now they're like, okay, we're back in school. There's no social distance. There's no mask. There's no like. Oh my gosh, they're really coming back. They're coming back tomorrow. When tomorrow? Oh my god! So it's been fun. The teachers are excited just to have the kids back in the building.
Right.
It's the hardest thing I think I'd ever had to face as a teacher, not just as a parent but as a teacher. Just having to try to connect with kids when they're not with you.
Yeah. On the other side of a piece of glass.
Yeah.
Piece of glass.
Right.
So getting them back and like I said earlier, high fiving and hugs and all that good stuff is going to be a welcome sight.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad to see we've got an entirely new administration in the high school this year.
Yes,
We've got a new superintendent and principal, and things have seemed to transition really smooth as far as a parent can tell.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Hildebrand is a great superintendent so far. He came in, like I said, the energy has been throughout the school district, not just the school itself.
Yep.
And like we always say, your leadership, or your attitude reflects your leadership.
Right.
Hildebrand has come in, and he is like, we're going to make Watauga what it is. We're going to make Watauga great again, like it's supposed to be. Now, unfortunately for him, he's an Eagle, but he was one of them Weatherford Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So me and him kind of go back and forth with that, but I told him, I said, at least you got the right colors.
Once an eagle, always an eagle.
That's what
There
I
you
told
go.
Come on now.
We're alumni.
So
Exactly.
we go back and forth, but he has been great. Mr. Overstreet is coming from Kingfisher, another rival, but rich in tradition. And he's the high school principal. And then we still have Mr. Zaire at the middle school. So he's been here for a few years, so he knows what it's about. He's also our athletic director. And then we had Miss Stewart come in, and she's former alumni.
Okay.
So she's actually taken over the elementary. So there's a lot of history, a lot of tradition, and a lot of perspective as to what Watauga is supposed to be. So like I said, so the transition was really easy because everybody came in on the same page. We want to make it great, and so it's transferred, throughout the school district, and hopefully, like I said, with some of the plans they have for us ahead, it's going to be a great couple of years.
We just want to welcome all those new leaders, teachers,
Exactly.
coaches, staff members into our school and just give them a big, if not virtual, maybe even an actual hug this year.
Exactly, exactly. A Blaine County welcome out
That's
there,
right.
and don't hesitate out there. Make sure you tell parents and the coaches and all the new citizens of Watonga, okay, to reach out. We're that kind of community. You know what I mean? Don't think that we will not, give you our shirt off our back or give you a plate to eat, give you something. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whenever you get a chance, and if you're listening out there right now, pull one of us aside. We're alumni. Steve from Gary,
Yep.
And
Eagle transplant.
so we know here, we know our home city, and we want to make sure you guys are as comfortable as possible. So don't hesitate. Come up to Coach Cole. You see me or Steve in the community. Ask us questions. You need any direction, help, anything like that. We are here to help. I'm gonna go right into a little X and O. Okay, and then we're gonna bring in some players. So Steve and I won't look like. So Steve and I can look like we know what we're talking about.
The key here is look like.
Exactly. We know what we're talking about. Is there any new terminology as far as offensively, defensively that we need to know about as commentators that maybe the novice fan out there probably don't understand, but football guys like us, we want to be able to say stuff correctly. And I know language and verbiage has changed over the years, so how are we talking now? And I'm writing this down, by the way.
Taking notes.
So,
like that.
in other words, you're trying to find out how we run this?
Yeah.
You not. Too many ears are listening for me to put all our information.
All right, so we are in a spread offense. We're in a spread offense. What do we call the offense? Just spread.
We're just calling it spread.
We just call it spread.
We've got, like I said, we got a lot of athletes in
Okay.
a lot of places.
And I hear your receiver room is really talented.
I didn't know Christmas came, so I got 4 guys right now that are 6 feet plus.
Right. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of Randy Mosses.
I got a couple Randy Mosses.
Okay.
I got a Calvin Johnson. And I got a Judy.
Oh.
So
Yes, we can't wait for
So
tomorrow.
like, if anybody want to get me on 2K Madden, this is the squad I'm running with.
Right.
I got a couple 95.
There you
So if y'all want this problem,
Awesome, coach.
But we've got guys in place that can go get it.
Okay.
And a lot of times when you think of guys 6'2", 6'3", you're thinking, oh well, they're gonna throw deep, they're gonna jump ball. Man, some of these dudes want to come across the middle.
Right.
And so when
That's
you
rare.
When you get guys coming across the middle and then going yards after catch with it, that's scary.
Yeah, it is. You're going to make up ground
You're
fast.
making up ground fast, and then they're gone in a blink.
Yep.
And then when you put somebody like Joe back there, you have to account for him as a running quarterback. So it's really interesting how we're going to put this all together and how we're going to spread this ball around. You only got one ball on the field.
Right.
But the thing about it is that there's no ego involved.
Okay.
You've got a group of talented young men wanting the single goal.
Right.
That's just win.
Right.
They don't care if they get 1 catch or 10 catches. They just want to get the ball in the best spot to win.
Gotcha.
So it's been really competitive. It makes it hard for me as a coach, as a receivers coach, because I'm trying to figure out who do I want, where do I want them, and how do I get them the ball.
That's a nice problem to have.
That's a nice problem.
Yeah.
Last year we didn't throw the ball a lot, but when we did, everybody was keying out on DeAndre Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing for DeAndre is he was going to catch it regardless who was on him.
Right.
But now he has help. So when you bring in 2 or 3 other guys that can do almost the same thing he can do you really have 4 guys in the defensive backside
Now
that can cover it? Probably not.
Yeah, that's not going to be a high school coverage easy job. That's going to be a nightmare for other teams.
Then you go, okay, well, we're just going to lock down on these receivers. Okay, well, you're trying to contain a quarterback that's a converted running back. Okay, good luck.
Right. Right.
And the moment you think you contain him, he may run you over.
Right.
So
Right.
We've got some really nice weapons, and we've got some good choices.
Good.
So we're basically telling you, if your 5 is better than our 5, we'll tip our hat to you.
Gotcha.
But right now, we're gonna spread you out. We're gonna see what you can do.
Okay.
We're gonna see what you want to do.
Defensively, are we an attacking style defense this year, or we're kind of more of a read and react?
We're going.
I had to say
Can you
it.
take that question? What did Westbrook tell you? Next question. Next question. Let's know.
At least you knew what I was saying.
Yeah. Read and react. No.
Okay.
We are in attack mode.
Attack mode. That's what I want to hear. There we go. There we go.
The claws are out.
Okay. All right.
And we showing our teeth. Man.
There we go.
We're coming to get you. So we've got some guys that have come in and taken some of the spots from the seniors that we lost.
Ooh.
So we've got 1-2 positions right now. We got about 3 guys competing.
Okay.
But we've got a couple kids that got transferred in. We got some kids that moved in. Some kids that didn't get to play last year stepping up. Like I said, they got heavy in the grindhouse in there and got the weight up, and now they're ready to go. So we're coming to attack. We're coming to get you. And like I said, if your athletes are better than our athletes, hey, we'll tip our hat.
Right. Right.
But the better part about that is, as athletic as we are, we're becoming more disciplined.
Okay.
So as the season progresses, hopefully we become more and more disciplined.
Right.
Once we roll into playoffs,
Right.
now it's just a matter of game plan execution.
Gotcha. Great answer. If there was one player that you would say stood out this year in training camp, just give us someone to spotlight that, besides your regular seniors and your starters, just someone that community can watch Friday night, listen for, that has really just done everything right. Come to pride, Eagle Pride.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that question, Derek. Is I'm looking at the roster right now. There's not just one.
There's plenty.
There's plenty.
I
There's
like
plenty
it.
of that to go around.
I like it.
I can shoot down this list right now, man. I'm looking at them. I'll see 4 or 5 right off the top.
Okay.
Dakota Morris is coming in here. He's been putting work every day. My own son, Trenton Cole,
Right.
has been, dude. If you would have saw him 2 years ago, okay. So just figure this out. 2 years ago, as a freshman, he was a guard.
Okay.
This year, as a junior, he's an inside linebacker and our backup quarterback. So you tell me the kind of dedication and work that came in on
Right.
something like that.
Right.
DeAndre Dunn. He hasn't. He's like I said, he's probably gained about 3 inches of height, but he's come in. He's looked amazing.
Okay.
Kale Lorenz, silent but violent.
Silent but violent.
You know, he don't say 2 words even if you beg him. But he is here every day, and he had a knee injury last year.
Okay.
Kept him out his entire junior season.
Gotcha.
But he's come back. He's been doing the weights, the running, and he's doing rehab. So he's come back bigger, faster, stronger. And then some of these freshmen that have come in, you would have thought they were second, third year guys.
Yeah.
Because they just come in and do the work. So this is making it very fun. The offensive and defensive coaches, the line coaches, they're like chomping at the bit because they don't know if they're going to start a freshman or a junior.
Right.
You know, because these freshmen are coming in and they're in the grindhouse putting up 400, close to 500 pounds
Right.
on squat, and our seniors are doing the same thing. So it's just great competition. Like I said, you got almost 40 kids on the roster that everybody has brought something to the table. So it's time to eat.
Right,
You know,
right. That's an excellent way to put that. It is. That's a really excellent, and that's nice to hear. It's got to be confident for you as a coach. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I think spectators, fans, alumni. The feedback last year was just the Watauga tradition.
Yes, sir.
And it sounds like when you answer a question like that, that lets us know that
Yes,
hey,
sir.
we're moving forward here.
Good to hear. I mean, I thought I was excited to come to the scrimmage tomorrow night before, but
Right,
Coach Cole got me all fired up now.
Right.
And that's part of my thing is I've got to help bring this back.
Right.
That's why I was brought back. That was one of the reasons why I came back home, was to get us back in that position where the night before a game, kids can't sleep, parents can't sleep, and, alumni's ready, and we get up in the morning. You go down Noble, and hey man, you see those red, black, and white flags flying. Hey, it's go time.
Exactly.
You're doing the right things, Coach, and we'll commend you for that.
We will.
It's been a fun ride so far.
Yes, sir.
We're only
Just getting started.
we're only about 13 months into it here.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly,
We're gonna have
exactly.
an anniversary party. It's gonna run a while, so y'all gotta be ready. Everybody out there, y'all know where we at.
There we go. There we go. Well, Coach, I tell you what. I don't know if Steve's have any more questions. If you want to go ahead and bring your players in now,
Yeah, I think we
can
get
go
that
ahead
started.
and let the community and let Eagle Nation see the faces before they put on the masks, the helmets, and stuff like that, and get to know some of the players. Is what this tool is here for them
Yes, sir.
as well. So, if you want to bring them in right now,
Okay.
Steve
Yeah.
and I will
Yeah.
sit here and
I'll get
You
a
bet.
couple of them in here.
Okay.
and have them introduce themselves, and they'll go from there.
sound good.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
guys so much.
Great job, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all.
Well, Derek,
Yeah,
That's
I'm
exciting.
excited.
buddy, I'm looking forward to it.
Real talk, huh, Steve?
Yeah.
Real talk.
Just part of the tradition of football is, part of it's just the weather.
Right, right.
It's cooler in the evening. It's cooler in the fall. There's an
Popcorn. They got
atmosphere
the
around
popcorn
it.
smell.
Yeah.
You got the popcorn smell.
Oh, you want to do
Sure.
that? Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Okay, folks. So we had planned on doing several of our fall sports, and so sounds like we've got a couple of our softball crew here, and we're going to take a little time to talk to them. So our coaching staff has moved around a little bit this year in softball. So fast pitch this year is going to be Coach Fuchsa
Come on in. Have a
and
seat,
and
guys.
her staff.
Okay.
Ladies, come on in,
Come
have
on
a
in,
seat.
have a seat. Yeah, sit right there. And if you want to, go ahead, grab the microphone. I'm Derek Jenkins, and I'll let you guys go ahead and introduce yourself.
So talk close to the mic.
Yep.
It's kind of weak. It needs lots of loud voice to it. So
Okay, I'm Haley Roberts.
Hi, Haley.
I'm Kaylee Roberts. And I'm Landry Hussey.
Landry, stay with Landry for a sec. Would you like to tell us your position, grade level,
Yes, I will be a senior and I play third base.
third base?
I'll be a senior as well, and I play first base.
Okay.
I'm also going to be a senior, and I play pitcher.
Okay. How's the summer going for you guys?
It's actually been going really well. Our season started off pretty strong, and we've had really good
Okay.
communication throughout.
Good deal. Good deal. You guys ready for first school tomorrow? You for first day of school tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough for the summer.
Oh yeah.
Well, good deal. We're glad you're here. This is a fall preview, so we're going to try to preview all sports. So we
Yep.
really appreciate you guys coming and taking some time to come out and let us know. And so, what can we look forward to from our team this year? As far as wins, we know wins, but are we? Talk to me a little about last year. Last year we went.
Last year, we had a pretty difficult season.
Okay.
There's lack of team communication and just general issues on the field and off the field.
Okay.
But this year, it's changed drastically. I mean, so much more team communication. I think all of us get along better.
Good.
Honestly, and I mean, I'm happier with this season.
Okay.
Completely than last season.
Okay.
I think last year it was good. I enjoyed it a lot, and I really enjoyed it this year. Team camp was good. I like team camp a lot.
Right.
We have some big hitters this year, like younger underclassmen, which I was not really expecting. but
Okay.
They stepped up, and we had issues right here, but we have underclassmen.
Injuries.
That stepped up too, yeah.
Okay.
And it's right now it's looking really good on us, and I think we'll do pretty good.
So,
in games and stuff.
what's our mix of home game versus away games? Do you guys remember looking at the schedule?
We have a lot more away games than home games. Just
Okay.
because we play in tournaments and team camps.
Yep.
Okay. Just for our average fans out there, okay, when you say away game, what time does your games usually start? And everybody knows when football games start in the evening. You guys are mixed and matched kind of in a sense, am I right?
So it depends on where the game's at. If it's farther than an hour away, usually 5 o'clock. 5
Okay.
o'clock, 4:30. And
Okay.
those are generally just the times that we play. I will say though, we are playing Texoma here in a week or two.
Okay.
And that game will start at 1. It's
Okay.
a doubleheader.
Exactly
So
what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm looking
that
for
game will start at 1, and it is on Saturday.
on a Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay.
Okay. And it's not this coming Saturday. The following Saturday at 1
It is,
o'clock. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
That's a good.
Good
Steve,
little
you got any
plug there.
questions? Yeah.
Well, so I guess I don't know how would you guys say practice has gone so far as you guys gelling as a team? I know you talked a little bit about communication stuff last year, but I just mean general mechanics of softball, of throwing and hitting and catching.
I think the drills that we do at practice with our coaches, like, they created so many new aspects of just fielding the ball.
Because you guys are dealing with a new coaching staff, right? So
Yeah, I
so that's a
think
big change.
it's definitely a different environment coaching-wise, and I honestly can't say anything bad about it.
Good.
It's amazing.
Usually softball practices are not loud. Like that football, that's kind of a football thing, like loud.
Right, right.
If you go to our softball practices, it's loud. Everyone's talking to each other. It's loud. You'll be like looking out there like, what are they doing? kind of
Right.
thing. But it's
So,
loud out there.
You mean lots of communication or just
Yeah,
fired up?
Yeah, fired up and a lot of communication.
Oh,
I
good.
Like it.
You can't ever see anybody down because everybody's always picking each other up.
Nice.
Just a lot of getting each other hype and trying to stay positive with them.
Okay.
I'd say that's the same thing in the dugout. Like after a strikeout, like nobody's head go down to the ground. It's always like positive, uplifting stuff. So.
No, that's key stuff right there, and that's good to hear. Good to know. That that's what you always want to hear. Teams are helping each other out because that's how athletes get better. It's not only that physical game; it's that mental game, the confidence game, and your fellow athletes help with that a lot. So
Exactly. How we doing with pitching?
Pitching's great.
Yeah?
I had a few stumbles at the beginning of the season just because I could not get out of any injury. But I mean, I pitched every single game of Woodward tournament.
Okay.
I think we had 3 walks. The entire
Whoa.
walks the entire tournament.
Nice,
So,
nice,
yeah,
nice.
I mean, pitching is going great.
Okay.
I'm not having a problem at all.
How about fielding? Fielding, we're on lock on the field too.
Yeah, I think our fielding has been pretty spot on. I mean, obviously you're gonna have errors at some point.
Exactly.
It's just part of the game. But I mean, like we said earlier, we pick ourselves up and we get back to the field and we just work hard to get back. So.
Good deal.
Yeah, our fielding's doing pretty good. We have a lot of young kids
Okay.
on the field. Like right now, I think we only have 2 starters that are seniors, which is third and pitcher. So a lot of underclassmen, center fielders, and underclassmen, outfielders, juniors-ish, sophomores. But it's like it makes me happy to see that we have underclassmen to see like our future. Like it's gonna be good for us.
Exactly. Just like I'm sitting here, Steve's sitting here right now. We're alumni. You're going to be alumni one time. So we're all going to be categorized the same. Does that make sense? So we've all wore the jersey, the Watauga Eagle jersey. So we are rooting for you guys. You guys sound fantastic.
Yep,
You
they
guys
do.
sound confident. You guys sound like you're going to go out and give Texoma all they need. Okay.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All they need. So the first game, is that going to be our first game?
No.
Okay.
first home game. Okay.
I'm not for sure, actually.
Okay. But it's a doubleheader. Starts at 1 o'clock, and it'll be over here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to look forward to
You bet.
getting
You bet.
everybody out. Watauga Nation, Eagle Nation, come out, support our young ladies. They do a fabulous job. Most of Steve for sure, has seen these young ladies grow through the system,
Yep.
through our school, through our program, and so we're very proud of you guys. Continue the good work, spread the word, okay? And we're going to do our best to give you as much exposure as possible.
So much.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
Wear those jerseys of pride, ladies.
Exactly. Good luck.
Well, Derek, that's a lot of good info there.
Right,
Good to hear that our softball team is making the transition.
They
with
sounded
the new
great,
coaching
didn't they,
staff.
Steve?
Yeah, really confident.
It's very rare you hear a softball team come
I
in
know it,
and,
I know it.
and talk about some of the dynamics that they just got finished
Right.
talking about. So yeah, that right there as well is really nice to see, and I'm glad we're here, Steve, doing this right now in the sense of getting a chance to let people understand what's coming
Right,
up.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Derek, let's talk just a little bit. I think we're coming to the end of our segments here.
Right.
I don't see any more players standing outside. Let's talk a little bit about cross country for just a
Okay.
minute.
Let's
So,
do it. Let's do it.
we've got Coach Coleman. Coach Jim Bob Coleman has been coaching here several years and does just such an awesome job.
Amazing.
He's starting this year up with a team that's coming off of their second year as state champions
Yes.
in
Yes.
their sport.
Yes.
They have lost several players due to graduation.
Okay.
Or not players, but runners.
Right.
But they've also got, up and coming runners that are just doing great, doing
Okay.
awesome.
Steve, it doesn't surprise me with him.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's in his blood, his tradition. I mean, his dad was a legendary coach.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so Jim Bob has just done it year after year after year, and these kids have performed from him year after year after year. And it's just, he had a great teacher. I remember Jim Bob, and I hope you're listening to this, Jim Bob, when he was 5 years old running 2 miles. His daddy had him out there. So it's always to be expected, with that. And cross country, track in general.
Yep.
Here in Watonga has always been elite, and now Coach Coleman has him on a super elite status.
So the cool thing about success is it breeds success. So
There you
there's
go.
a whole culture around the cross country and track programs that exist now
Right.
because of their success, and
Exactly.
it's fun to watch. I go and run with the kids every night. I've got a daughter that's up and coming in junior high, and just to be out there with them. These kids don't, the boys team, the girls team, they don't let up. They run
Right.
hard in practice.
Right.
We had some of our first taste of what they're going to be able to do here this past week,
Okay.
and we've had some had some really good success. Saw some kids have some great times. Just fun to watch.
Right. Fun to watch, and they just keep winning those championships.
Yep. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure and note about our cross country team is we have multiple kids on full athletic scholarship in college.
Really?
Starting
Well, we
this
might as
fall.
well let the community know where to go on the website. What school? Do we know what school they're attending?
So Jocelyn Turney and Riley Coleman are at Rogers State.
Okay.
Cy Walters is at Northwestern.
Sweet.
I think that's the three that have moved on to the
Awesome.
next level. So
Well, if you guys are listening, congratulations. Go get them. We're
Yeah.
behind you.
always love to see an athlete move from the high school level to the college level. They're getting their college paid for because of their effort they put into their high school careers. So
Nothing like it. Nothing
Yep.
like it. Well, we just had 2 stars walk in. Right now, ladies
Yep.
and gentlemen, we're back to football. We're talking about cross country for a little bit. Coach Coleman, we'll see you. We'll interview you at some point and get you in here. But right now, we have 2 of our veteran Watonga Eagle football players. And I have to start off with the story about this young man right here, Joe Jackson, Watonga. And I hope I don't embarrass him too much, but I'm going to be as transparent as possible. I was coaching here a few years ago. Joe, I think, was in the 7th, 8th grade. Joe's always been one of my favorites. And Joe was on the failing list. And you remember what I told you, Joe? I said, don't talk to me until you get off the failing list. And so we could recognize talent in him at an early young age, and he has not let us down. Go ahead, both you guys, introduce yourselves to the community, to the camera, and let us know your position and your grade.
guys, if you would hold the mic real close
Yep.
and talk loud, it's kind of a weak mic. So
I'm Joe Jackson. I play quarterback and outside linebacker, and I'm a senior.
I'm DeAndre Dunn. I'm a wide receiver and a cornerback, and I'm a senior.
Well, we welcome
Welcome,
both
guys.
you guys. Both you guys, welcome. Joe, we'll start with you. We'll kind of go back and forth between you and DeAndre. Okay, this is a preview of what's going on. So I'll start off with my first question. Tell us the difference between last year's team and what we're going to see this year.
Last year, it was just training. We weren't organized like we were. Locker room was probably terrible. It was awful. But this year, he got us right. We like to practice. We got to do cycles.
Right.
The locker room's bad. Cycles. We just
Tell us now. You got to tell us what a cycle is.
all right. So you go down with your hand touching the ground all the way across the field with your right hand, and come back with your left. Then you do like these monkey jumps sideways all the way down and all the way back. Then you do duck walks all the way down and all the way back. That's one.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you miss one practice, you do 3 of them. If you
yikes.
miss 2 practices, you do 7 of them.
I wouldn't be missing.
No, that encouraged me to be on time every day.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here.
I was 2 minutes late and had to do 1 of them.
Yeah. Okay, so cycles. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, DeAndre. How are you? How was your summer, my man?
I'm good.
DeAndre, I just have to tell you, Steve and I enjoyed watching you play basketball this year. My
Sure
man.
did.
And let me tell you something. It was a pleasure. And now that we were talk to us a little bit about football, we're going to transition, and we know what we're going to see in basketball. Talk to us about football. What now? Again, you're a receiver.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me about training camp. What did you learn most out of training camp?
Most about making double moves
Okay.
off the line, basically.
Yeah.
And
Now let me ask you two a question. Quarterback, receiver. Have you guys worked together much this summer?
yeah,
Okay, what was the summer schedule?
Anytime we're free, we're coming up.
Okay, good. DeAndre, now we just got finished with Coach Cole, and he has said the receiver room. He don't even know. It's so talented. He don't know who to put where. Talk to us about your fellow receivers.
Well, first off, we got Chris Sanders. He's fast off the line.
Okay.
He has good hands. And on the other side of the ball, we got Phoenix, white shirt. He's pretty good. And who's Dakota? Then we got little Dakota Morris. He'll go hit somebody.
He's got to have one of them on every team.
Yep.
Exactly. Got to have one of them on every team. Well, good. And I forgot to mention that you two were all district last year. Am I correct? So congratulations on that. And I'm sure we're going to look for more of that this year. So we're looking at Thomas opening up, but we're going to talk about tomorrow, Fairview. What's the goal for tomorrow's game with tomorrow's scrimmage? Sorry, with Fairview.
One of our old coaches went there.
Okay. Now tell us the real story. Yeah.
Attention right there.
Right.
We gonna get ours.
Okay.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Okay. All right. So we can come out and see it tomorrow night, because Fairview used to be on our schedule every year. Every year. So yeah, go out and represent. Represent. Steve, you got anything?
Yeah, so watching you two young men come into your own here has been a lot of fun the last couple of years. And just to, Joe, I've known you for a long time, and I remember watching you, when you were about, a little over knee high down there throwing the football on the sidelines because you wanted to be on that field so bad.
Yep.
And then you transitioned from basically playing down there to being team manager and taking and just being a part of the team in any way you can. So how rewarding is it now for both of you, man, to walk into leadership roles at your team, the Watonga Eagles?
Well, it's pretty nice. It is. Like, when I was little, I'd always watch my brothers, watch them teammates go together, and they had real good connection. And I was like, man, when I get over, I want to be just like them.
There you go.
Connection. You have like brothers with me.
Yep.
Coming into my senior year is what we are. We family.
Great answer, Joe. And we just sit here and talk to Coach Cole about that, bringing that tradition back. Okay, bringing that old school tradition back in the '90s when old Coach here played. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bringing it back. We want to see you guys have that kind of success. So the guys in 4th and 5th grade will always remember Joe Jackson.
That's right.
DeAndre
That's right.
Dunn. Does that make sense? You guys got to understand and look at it from that aspect. I remember when I was little, we were winning state championships. We used to, grade school, we had numbers of our favorite players, things like that. I don't know, just to kind of keep the tradition going. So when we got up to your side, I wanted to be like Joe Jackson.
Yep.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And so you guys are doing a great job of doing that and bringing that tradition back, Joe. And it starts with you. Like I said, we've seen you, Steve and I, seen you grow as a man, as a young man, and come into a fine young man, a great football player. So just continue, okay? Continue what you're doing, and from alumni to alumni, okay? Beat Fairview. Okay? Take care, Fairview. Hey, good luck this season, guys, and we'll be bringing you guys back up here more.
You bet.
All right?
Good to see you guys.
All right.
All right, looks like we got a couple more
All
interviewees.
right, come on in.
Come on in, guys.
How you doing? Come on in, have a seat. Okay, how you doing, young man? I'm gonna go ahead and give you the microphone. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You want your name, your position, and your class level.
Bring the mic up close if you would and talk loud.
Okay. My name's Ernesto Dueñas. I am a junior this year, and I play left tackle and rush in.
Rush in, okay.
My name is Elijah Lomanick. I play offensive tackle and defensive tackle.
Okay, good. So back to you, left tackle, huh?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be protecting Joe, huh?
Well, I'm gonna do my best to
Yeah.
keep him up and keep on running.
How was training camp? How was your training camp?
Oh, it was great. It was pretty fantastic. We all gave it our all throughout the whole summer, and we just came up and just worked hard. And, I mean, there were days where it's like a little tough.
Yeah.
But we kept pushing through.
How are we looking up front?
Up front, well, there's me at left tackle, and then there's Ethan Wagner at left guard. Our center is Jason Cash. He is a freshman this year, so he's got to step up a little bit. But,
Right.
He can handle it.
Right. From what Coach Cole's telling us, you've really taken a lot of ownership of the offensive line this year. Is that correct in saying that? kind of the captain of the O-line, would you say? Not officially, but
A
leadership-wise?
A little bit.
Okay.
But I also have.
Both you two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And we have another one too. He's a junior. Also,
Okay.
He's a right guard. He's with
I always like my offensive linemen to be together and to be friends. You know what I'm saying? The big boys always kind of hung and think, is that what we have right now with this team here? You guys all kind of hang out afterwards and do things with each other, kind of build that camaraderie off the field.
Oh, I'd say so, but I mean, there's times where we're all busy and we can't get in touch with each other. But I mean, we still, even then, like we all are pretty close together. We have some fun.
Right.
We just have a fun time on the line, really.
Right. I've always just thought that was having a cohesive offensive line is truly key to any football team. Okay, because it doesn't start without the ball being snapped. You know what I mean? Mr. Lama, a question for you. What did you learn most this summer?
You need to stay in shape.
Now, we heard about some cycles. Did you have any cycles this year? Not yet? There you go. There you go. So
I watched him do it now.
he's smart, man.
Don't want any of that.
Work smarter, not harder, huh, Mr. Lemonade?
We didn't see it. We heard about it, and we don't want any of that either.
You don't want none of that.
Yeah. It sounded pretty brutal. It did. It sounded pretty brutal. You got some pretty good size on you there, Mr. Lemonade. Are you thinking about maybe football after high school?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I plan on that yet.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. What team do you want to beat most this year? All of them.
There we go.
There we go. I'm just loving these guys'
Yeah,
spirit,
too.
huh? You guys sound really good, and we're proud of you guys. Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Let me jump in just a second. You said the biggest thing you learned was stay in shape. Talk to us a little bit about conditioning. How you guys feeling? As far as you feeling like you're going to be able to go the distance first few games? I know that's always hard. Fourth quarter gets
I feel
tough.
like we should be pretty good after all the conditioning we did this summer. Some
Good.
of us may be better than others right now, but I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll be there for that.
Coach Cole talked to us just a little bit about practicing, during the heat of the day sometimes, during the cool of the day sometimes, kind of trying to replicate game conditions. You guys feel like that's helping you to prepare?
For sure. Since we lift during while it's hot, we kind of have that going, and then we practice right after.
Yeah.
So we'll be ready.
Good deal.
Again, Eagle Nation tomorrow night. What time? 6 o'clock. Am I right? 5 o'clock.
You don't get me lying here.
Me neither. Not on TV.
I'm going to direct everybody to the website and the schedule.
There we go.
I heard 6. So.
I heard 6 too, so I'm going to be over here with my man right here. Well, hey, we're going to be up in the booth this year. Last year was the first time we did it. Okay, we do this for you guys. Okay, I was just telling everybody, I wish we had this when I played. I would have killed for this type of exposure, this type of tool to show your children one day, your grandchildren one day. Does that make sense? So continue to grind, continue. We're going to be here. We're going to get better each year. We're going to add more to it, add more flavor to it, and the program's going here, so we got to go here too.
Yep. The program's definitely on its way up, and we love to see it. Exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
we love hearing you guys commentate.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Good.
No, I'd watch like some of the things, and I just love hearing some I say critique of what we should do better.
Well, one of the things that we benefit from is we've got a great football mind right here that sees things on the field and has seen it at all levels and knows football inside and out. So it's really a blessing to have him up there in that booth analyzing the games. So.
Yeah, and I just paid him $20 to say that. But no, thanks, Steve. Thanks. No, and you guys understand something too. Like with alumni, with all of us, like a lot of our alumni, you know how it is. They leave Watauga because there's not a lot of jobs and stuff here, but they do want to keep up with you guys, and they do have that spirit. So they're constantly calling or texting me, and you know what I mean. With I don't know whether it's critiquing, whatever you want to call it. It's our program. Does that make sense? It's our program. It's your program. Go out this year, take ownership of it, represent us as an alumni like you guys know how to do. We're going to be back to support you, okay? And I don't have anything else for
No, good luck this year, guys. I'm looking forward to watching you play. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And if there's anything you guys want to say out there, hi, Mom, Dad, here's your chance.
Well, hi to all of you, and thank you for the support. It has been a little bit rough sometimes, but you guys are still there, so I thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know about Eli.
He's good. All right.
Eli's just ready to hit, huh? He just looks like he's just ready to hit somebody. Well, gentlemen, Good luck tomorrow, okay? We'll be here with you all year, okay? We'll try to make as many games as we can, okay? Again, to give you guys as much exposure as possible. Just know we're up there, we're rooting for you, and we're going to make you, we're just understand we got your back, okay?
Yep.
Good deal. Appreciate you guys coming in and spending some time with us, all right? Go get them tomorrow.
I think we might have one more round of players.
All right. Hello. Come on in. Have a seat.
Morning, guys.
Come on in. Have a seat. All right. Come on in, gentlemen. My name's Derek. This is Steve Lake.
Good to meet you guys.
How you doing? What I want you to do is just to go ahead, say your name, your class, and your position that you're playing.
I'm Cayman. I'm a junior, and I play running back and safety.
Okay.
Chris Sanders, wide receiver, and safety.
Wide receiver, safety. Okay, back to Cayman. Okay, Cayman. I got to be honest with you, man. All right, I got to be transparent. I tried to stay away from saying your last name. So you're going to have to school me right now, man, and how to correctly say. I seen your mom and dad. I believe it was your mother. Would you? And so that's why I've been calling you W. So what is the correct pronunciation of your name?
It's Vitoric.
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 Okay.
Oh, so that's easy. I can remember that. Vitoric.
Yeah, you got it.
So, yeah, okay.
It looks different.
It looks different. Vitoric. Okay, I got you.
To be honest with you, it looks intimidating on paper.
That's the right answer, it is, Steve. Okay, well, talk to us a little bit about Eagle Pride this summer. How did your summer go?
I mean, I usually wake up about 4:30 every morning.
Okay.
That's when I get myself going. Really, I just wake up, drink a cup of chocolate milk, and I'm ready to go.
Gotcha.
Same thing every day.
Gotcha. And then the word out on the street is you're a hitter. That's what I hear. I heard you love to bring the pain.
Always.
Is that right?
Always on the go. Always.
Well, good deal. Good deal. What most are you looking forward to tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, honestly, it's not about us winning. I think it's going to be more just execute on what we're doing.
Gotcha.
Kind of get the flow in.
Gotcha.
With this new offense and everything.
Right. Right. Very good. Very good. Let me talk to my man over here now. Last year we was a freshman quarterback, I believe, correct? Part-time. I think okay, talk to us a little bit about the transition.
Well,
I think a lot of people don't know who you are in the community. You kind of want to tell us a little bit of your background, if you don't mind. You're such a great athlete. That's why, and I get these questions asked to me, and I know nothing about you, so I'm just trying to figure that out myself.
there's nothing really too much about it.
Yeah. Quarterback. Did you like quarterback? You did not like playing quarterback. Okay. All right.
Running back, though.
You like playing running back. Now that you're on the outside receiver, you're liking that.
Yeah.
Okay.
More space.
Yeah. And what's your favorite route? Post. You like that post route? Yeah. Can you take it back to the corner?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Steve. You got anything?
Well, guys, it's been it's been an exciting time. Just talking to the coaching staff and talking to your fellow players. And we've talked a little bit about skill positions, who's playing what, and conditioning. How do you feel about just your relationship with your quarterback and catching the ball right now, Mr. Sanders?
My relationship with the quarterback is really strong. We've been around each other since we was little. That's my cousin, Joe, and I got some love.
Okay. You gonna go up and get the football for him?
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. So I can get my popcorn ready up there. All right. Good. Go back to Cayman here, Cayman. Thomas, let's talk about Thomas. Your first game. Okay. Thomas Terriers. They went to state last year. Okay. State runner-ups. All right. So Thomas and Watauga has always been a rivalry. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about what you know so far in regards to the Thomas Terriers.
Well, from what I hear from friends, they got a line this year.
Okay.
But the thing is about the line, I'm faster. They ain't catching me.
I like it.
And I know my boys on the line.
Right.
Like, they got, really, when they say they have a line, they got one guy.
Right.
I got 5.
There you go.
We got blockers. It's crazy this year.
Awesome
They
answer.
ain't letting nobody through.
Awesome answer. I love the attitude.
Out there in practice, we'll be running. We'll do offense, and then we'll have a scout D. And I'll be blocking, but I ain't got nobody to block.
Right.
I'm just standing there.
Right. Which is, when you don't have the numbers, you have to do things like that. And improv, improvisation sometimes in football. But gentlemen, I just love your attitude, both
Yep.
you gentlemen. You guys have the Eagle attitude, the spirit.
There's a fire in the team this year.
There's a fire.
It's fun.
There's a difference just by our interviews, and we haven't even watched one practice.
Right.
So we'll get a chance to check you guys out tomorrow for your scrimmage, and we'll do our best to try to be there at all the away games and follow you. Have all the support. Okay. Just know that we're alumni, so we've got your back. We're not doing anything but present to the community everything good about you, okay? So don't worry about that. If there's anything that you would like to tell the community of Watonga or anybody out there right now, here's your chance.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, we're a way different team this year, and I just expect, just come out for the scrimmage tomorrow. You'll see a way different side. I mean, we're coming back. This is 2021, and we are coming with a
Ooh,
fire.
wait, I like that, Steve.
Good words.
Good.
They don't know my name right now, but they will.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, go get them.
Good luck
Beat
tomorrow.
Fairview.
We will.
Yeah, take care of Fairview for us. All right, you too.
Well, Derek, I think it's getting about time to wrap up here.
Yeah, I think so,
we've
too.
gone longer than we really expected to,
Right.
but I think it was worth it. We
I
got to
did
talk
too.
to some really quality players. We got to talk to Coach Cole for a good long time.
Yeah,
We talked about softball.
Yep.
We talked about cross country.
sure did.
So,
Sure
folks,
did.
you've got an exciting array of sports coming your way this fall from Eagle Nation. We're just looking forward to being a part of it.
Hey, just the energy with these young men and young ladies walking in here. I mean, you can already tell we're going to be different.
Oh,
this
man.
year,
Oh,
what I
man.
mean, Steve. And Steve, the thing I like about this here too is, and I know we got to go, but even in broadcasting, you got to practice a little bit.
Yep,
So this
yep.
gave us a chance to get back, get the little couple kinks
Yep.
out, Steve.
This
and
is
that's
our
all
scrimmage.
Yeah, our scrimmage, exactly. So tomorrow night we'll find out exactly what time.
Yeah, I think you're right on the 6 o'clock. I didn't want to say for sure there
Yeah,
because
right.
I haven't actually seen it on paper, but
Okay.
6 o'clock's what I've been told as well.
Okay.
So we'll be setting up, before the game, before
Right.
the scrimmage,
Right.
and we'll go live, when they do their start of scrimmage, whether it be a kickoff or whatever, and we're anticipating that to be at 6 o'clock. So
Exactly. So Eagle Nation, get ready. It starts tomorrow night. And again, it's football. It's in the air. You can smell the popcorn. Everybody's getting ready.
we got a surprise, folks.
Spoke too soon. The man
We
is
did.
here.
So we were going to do a wrap up, and then we got the dessert right here at the end.
Exactly.
Glad to be here.
How you doing, Coach?
Doing well.
Coach, we're going to sit here and talk some football. Okay, right now you're talking to Eagle Nation out there. Okay.
Coach, our microphone's just a little weak. If you'll hold it up close and talk loud.
I got it.
Yeah, Coach. All right. Well, Coach, most people in the community don't know who you are. So why don't you go ahead, first of all, tell us your name and just a little bit about your background.
My name's Skylar Watson. I've had the pleasure, this is my 10th year coaching. Spent 1 year as linebackers coach at Oklahoma Panhandle State. Spent 2 years after that as linebackers coach at Cisco Junior College.
Okay.
And had the opportunity to go coach at Southeastern Oklahoma State in good old Durant, Oklahoma.
Right.
Durant.
Durant America, baby. Durant
And,
America.
got the opportunity to go back to Cisco as the defense coordinator. Spent a year there, and then was down in Houston for a year, and then had the opportunity to be the head coach at Texoma with an H up in the Oklahoma Panhandle for the last 3 years.
Okay.
Nice to be here.
Okay, well, good. We're glad to have you, Coach. We're glad to have you. I asked Coach Cole how the community was treating you so far. He said it's not a question for me to answer, so I'll turn around and ask you that question. How have we, Watonga, treated you since you've been here?
Oh, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
And it's one of those deals we've been welcomed with open arms. My wife, my daughter, and I we're excited to be here. We've been excited and itching to get started. So every day's the best day. So we're just moving one step forward every day.
Well, good deal. Now let's talk a little bit about training camp. What's your overall take of Eagle Pride this summer? How'd your summer go? How'd these kids? Because I'm going to tell you right now, we've just interviewed some kids, and the energy that they've brought in,
It was amazing.
amazing. And we haven't
it
seen
was-
that in a long time.
Got us fired up. Just go to the scrimmage tomorrow.
Exactly.
I mean, it's been great. We had a great showing all summer. Kids buying in, investing into the process. Wanted to make something special. We preached all summer and into training camp. Hey, it's time to start your own legacy. Don't try and live in the past. You're not the teams of the past. We're our own team. Let's create our own legacy. Yes, we want to have the success of the previous teams that have won state titles and been successful, but let's write our own journey.
There you go.
Let's zoom in and find. We got to take our telescope and find our own path.
Gotcha.
Let's create our own path, but at the same time represent Watonga and the Eagles on our chest. just as much as anybody else.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All these guys sound the same, don't they?
Oh man, I know it.
I'm ready for tomorrow night.
You done a good job coaching, Coach, because we're hearing a lot of the same things coming from your players
Yes.
that you're saying right now.
It means they're listening.
It
Yeah,
is. It means
yeah,
they're listening.
yeah.
So
And that's a reflection of you, Coach. So if we could, for our novice viewers out there, okay, talk to us a little about district. Who's in our district? Who's kind of the powerhouse in our district? Did we get realigned? What's going on with only the 4 home games? Kind of bring us up to speed from a community level.
We will redistrict next year. The new districts have come out, but as for this year, it's still the same old, same old. We got Crescent, we got Tonko, we got Cash, we got Hinton, we got OBA dropping to 8-man. Did open up a game for us. We were able to replace that with North Rock Creek out of Shawnee.
Okay.
But as far as that goes, we're operating as is. We're focused on taking care of today. We're not looking ahead. Is our district tough? Yes. Anytime you got the returning state champ in there, it is. But at the same time, we can only control the controllable, which is we got practice here in a minute, and so we're going to go take care of that and seize the day and just keep moving forward.
Exactly.
We're not trying to look ahead. I mean, we got Fairview tomorrow, so our biggest point of emphasis right now is taking care of what we can to go out and execute the best against Fairview.
There you go. I like it. I like it. So the first game is going to be against Thomas, correct? Okay. And Thomas is not in our district.
No, sir.
Cashin is not in our district.
Cashin is in our district.
Cashin is in our district.
So our non-district games this year are at Thomas, at Hobart, Rush Springs at home.
Okay.
Minko at Minko, and then we'll start district play opening up at Cashin.
And first game, the date of the first game is
August 27th.
August 27th.
Terrier Field.
Going to bust up some Thomas Terriers.
Yep.
Yeah, we like going up there, beating those guys up.
That's correct.
Exactly. Steve, you got anything?
well, so Coach, I just want to welcome you
Yeah.
to the community, to our school. We've got kids that are in the school system, and we always love being here at Watonga. We always have excellent leaders in our school and great teachers, coaching staff. So I just can't say welcome enough. And
Yeah.
we're glad to have this fire that
Right.
we're seeing, that we're feeling on the team. Looking forward to kids being back in class this year, instead of virtual.
Right.
So it's just an exciting year all the way around, I think, and we're looking forward to tomorrow night, watching you guys, test your skills out on the field. The one question that I had thought about asking you was I heard you talking a little bit ago, before, right after school was, or not right after school, that hadn't started yet. Around the 3-4 o'clock hour about how you were changing systems coming from Texoma to here. Some things that had changed. I'm sure there's a lot that's the same. Talk a little bit about your system and what you're implementing here.
We're going to be a spread system, but at the same time, we're going to play the strength of our personnel. We want to put our kids in the best position to be successful. So, whatever we have depth-wise, whatever we have personnel-wise is what we'll do. Terminology-wise, we'll try and stay the same. But at the end of the day, if we got 2 running backs that can go, we'll be a 2 running back system. If we got 4 receivers that can go, we'll be 4 wide, spread it out, Texas Tech style. At the end of the day, we just want to put our kids in the best position to be successful.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, that's what we're striving to be. And we're still trying to figure out and tinker and figure out what our best situation is. But what I can promise you is our kids will play hard. They'll have great effort. We tell them all the time, attitude and effort are the only 2 things we can control in this life that are guaranteed. So as long as we bring the effort and we bring the attitude, that's all I can ask for.
That's right. Let's talk about tempo. We're going to be fast-paced team, or we're looking at just huddling up. Kind of give us. I know you don't want to tell everybody out there, but kind of give us where you're leaning a little bit.
It depends on the situation.
Okay.
It's one of those deals. We spent a lot of time during 2 days talking about situational football, teaching these kids the games. I feel like it's been lost, and through time, I don't know where, but these kids enjoy playing football, but they don't know the game.
Right.
So we spent a lot of time going back to the nitty-gritty of talking about when was football created, just giving them fun facts and things that they can remember, and just teaching them the game and understanding situations. And so for us, that's really been the biggest deal. Is we will be up tempo at times, but
Okay.
in certain situations, does that dictate us to be in an up tempo situation?
Right.
And getting them to understand when stuff's called, why coach is calling, or understanding the leverage, and just getting back to teaching these kids and letting them enjoy when they're playing because they can understand the situation.
Right.
So,
Right.
That's just really been the big key. Is let's get back to the basics. Football has evolved, but football hasn't changed.
Right.
Power's still power.
Exactly.
Still spread. Four verticals still four verticals, but wide.
Right.
And I think you can take a good athlete and make him a smart football player, and he's a great athlete. You can take a kid that maybe is limited athletically and make him a great football player just based on understanding.
Gotcha.
So that's been our biggest deal, is finding a way to relate to our kids to get them to play fast.
Understandable. What the trends that's going on now, just in football in general around, are you the type of head coach that would be calling the offensive plays, or will your offensive coordinator call those plays?
I'll call the offense.
Okay.
But we've delegated to our staff. Our staff's been great as far as just we've delegated out duties and understanding what our position is. Yes, I'm the head coach. Yes, I'm calling the plays, but we all have a say.
There you go. I like it.
Just acknowledging the fact that we're only as good as the weakest link. So
Right.
as long as we're all on the same page, we can relate that to our kids, and our kids understand that we're one unit. And using an economy of words, that if one coach maybe doesn't coach that position, they understand what that player's job is, and everybody can coach. So that's really been the biggest deal.
Good deal. Great answer, Coach. We are so happy to have you. I'm alumni. Steve and I are alumni. So, we're vested in this program a lot. So we understand the ups, the downs, and right now, this energy right now, I tell you what, good job already.
Yep.
Yes, good job.
Looking forward to the season. Looking forward to tomorrow night.
And tomorrow night we will be there. And Steve, I'm going to add a segment, okay, to our coach and kind of break him in a little bit.
Fire away.
On our program, okay? What was the year of our last state championship team?
97.
No.
I should know this because I worked with the starting quarterback.
Yes, you did. Exactly. That's why I leaned toward that. I was
So
giving
I'm
you
just
an
gonna.
easy
I want to give you props, Coach. You said that with gusto. You said that with confidence, and I love it.
I know it was back-to-back years.
Appreciate you participating, Coach. Appreciate the time. We're going to be here. We're going to be following you all year, Coach. Okay, we're here to support you, man. We're here to see you be as successful as possible. Don't hesitate to reach out to Steve or I if you see something that you want changed or any ideas that you do have. Okay, because we're open to this. This is our second year doing this. We just kind of jumped into it last year. So we're still working out the kinks, but I think we're getting better as well. And I think, like I was just explaining to your players, I wish we would have had this when I was playing, because who knows what would have happened. But this exposure that we want to give to you guys and the players, I mean, it's just something that we feel good about doing. So just understand it and take it like that.
We're blessed, and anything that our kids can take pride in and do, or give the community a sense of pride and ownership in, we're all about it.
Good deal. Well, hell, Steve, if you got anything else,
I think we're about to wrap here.
Well, Coach,
appreciate your time.
Yeah, I think we've been here long enough, and good luck. And Steve and I would like to maybe before the game or after the game maybe grab you.
Yep.
This year, if that'd be okay, whatever suits you. Okay, we'll kind of go with how you like to do it or whatever, but we'll all work together on it. Okay.
Perfect.
Hey, and like I said, great job already, because those guys sound good.
They do.
They sound good. So
Let's get it going.
let's
get it
do
going.
it. Let's do it, Coach. Pleasure meeting you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
See you, Coach.
Take it easy.
You guys.
All right.
Well,
We
folks,
got the man, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Folks, I think we're going to call it a wrap. We appreciate you joining us here this evening, and we will see you tomorrow night at the first scrimmage
At these scrimmages.
The first play on the field against Fairview.
Against Fairview.
Looking forward to it.
We believe it's 6 o'clock.
Yep.
So we'll get off here, Steve. A pleasure being back on the mic with you again,
Indeed.
my man.
Yep.
Always is. So I'll let you take us out.
WatongaEagles.tv, everybody.
Oh yeah.